Shalom Akim, Yah, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Wakodash, Barakatham. Double honors and salutations to the elders and apostles of great mystery of the world. I can preach the words and gospel of Yahushai throughout the four corners of the earth. You say Shalom. Alright, so I'm just going to get straight to the point because you know how Jake is, man. They don't really understand that we're still in captivity. You know, all that so-called black excellence don't mean nothing, man. Alright? Because we're still in the hands of our captors. Alright, that's why the Lord Yahweh Shai has to deliver us from the hands of our enemies. It's that simple. So no matter how much we people, we protest, the people on the street protests, all the petitions and all that elections and all that stuff, it's not gonna change anything, right? Because it's the doings of the Lord to reveal that His power reigns supreme in all the earth. There's no one that can resist His will. All right. So all these things that the people are just yelling and screaming about is just the Lord bringing judgment upon the earth. It's revealing who the enemies are. All right, the enemies of His people, and it's also bringing judgment upon our people. So our people don't get simple. So I'm gonna get this quick precept here. It's gonna be from the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 10. It says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction." All right. Micah chapter 2 verse 10, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction." And that's the point we always need to remember. When you wake up in the morning, thank the Lord about Shema Shai, say your prayers, and just keep in mind, man, you're in Babylon, man, in the land of your captivity. All right, our people have still held captive throughout the four corners of the earth to Esau's policies and decrees. All right, so just have to pray the Lord about Shema Shai guide you, and just stay spiritual, man, because the death of this young man named Ahmaud Arbery is all spiritual. Shows you that the enmity between Israel and Edom is real, man. Esau can't back off, he can't let go. So you always want to be the boss, not knowing that the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai controls him. All right. So it's necessary, I don't lose focus, man. You're gonna get angry, you're gonna get frustrated, but you don't want your emotions to cloud your judgment, to cloud your reasoning, to cloud your wisdom. All right, that's the reason why, we stick with the gospel. All right. So this is the book of Psalms, chapter 68. All right, so I'm just gonna keep his image up there. I'm not really gonna play the video or the words, of the reporters, or the situation that happened. It happened. The recording of the guy getting chased down, and then the corner him, try to cut him off, and then there's an altercation, and then he gets shot, and then he gets murdered. So it's just how the Lord Abba Shema Shai, put the script out there. So this is the book of Psalms chapter 68 verse 20, and it says, "He that is our power is the power of salvation, and unto Yahweh the Lord, right, belongeth the issues of death." Psalms chapter 68 verse 20, "He that is our power is the power of salvation, and unto Yahweh Shema Shai Ba'ashim Kwakadash, the Lord, belongeth the issues of death." So the Lord sanctioned it. All right, the Lord is building up a case against Esau. So our people need to get that wake-up call, man, that this land of Babylon, the earth, under this system of Esau's rulership, is not fit for life. It's not fit for peace and stability. That's why the Lord Shemashah is going to destroy it from off the face of the earth. Okay? And that's one thing we're looking forward to. Alright, they like to say, the man of the Lord are always, naysayers. They don't bring any good news to the people. But the whole scripture is good news, whether it's sweet or whether it's bitter. Alright, because it's letting us know what the deal is. You want partial knowledge or 100% knowledge? Yeah, you gotta go for 100%. Alright? So this Psalms, first Samuel chapter 2 verse 6. The Lord kill it and make it alive. He bring it down to the grave and he bring it up. Alright? The Lord make it poor and make it rich. He bring it low and lift it up. Alright? And that's the point. Because our people need to understand that the Lord Yahweh Shemashah is not pleased with Esau's rulership. That's why there's so much anger and frustration. People in the Lord Yahweh says, it says this. In Luke chapter 12 verse 49, I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled? That's right. That's what we're dealing with now. The Lord Yahweh Shemashah, is sparking these people's minds with this event that's going on, man. All these racial tensions, economic disparities, oppressions, and deceptions, and all that stuff is stirring out the people's mind, man. And the Esau's angry that he can't really control the people like he used to control them at some point in time. So it's pulling up all type of schemes to keep the people muzzled. Trying to cajole the people, trying to deceive the people into calming down and all that stuff. But it's not going to work, all right? Because the Lord Yahweh Shemashah is the Father of spirits. All right, He's going to set this place on broad, man. This place is going to be burnt up. That's why America is known in the Bible as the valley of the shadow of death. All right. So another precept is going to be from the book of Isaiah chapter 51. Verse 20. All right. It says, Thy sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets. As a wild bull in the net, they are full of the fury of the Lord, the rebuke of their power. All right. So that's how messed up it is for our people, man. Our people just getting, caught up in all types of nets and traps, man. Gang violence, you got all type of crazy drug dealing, and then you have murder. It's so hilarious, man. Oppression and shakedowns by the cops and all that stuff. So it's how the Lord Yahweh Shemashah brings judgment upon two-thirds of our people, man, because it's very important in the last days that you are exempted from the judgments of the 2/3. All right, that you stay steadfast, you stay faithful until the end. All right, because a lot of our people are going to take that RFID microchip. Even the people that you think that stood with you doing the work, preaching the gospel of the Lord Yahweh. So a lot of them are going to take the chip, man, because they didn't have faith. They didn't have faith when it counted the most. All right. So it's very important that we stick with this doctrine, this discipline that Lord Yahweh has set before us. All right. And then another precept is going to be from the book of Proverbs, chapter 20, verse 24. All right. It says, man's goings are of the Lord. All right. Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? All right. So, Mr. Arbery didn't know that that day was going to be his day, man. That day in February. And it took more than 2 months. More than 2 months for the so-called perpetrators to be arrested and booked. So how Esau is, man. He will do anything he can, to save face. He can't take responsibility for his actions. So you can imagine when that evidence came out, the whole video, and the whole world was like, wow. So that's how the Lord works, man. He has a way of making things happen. All right. So it's Proverbs chapter 20, verse 24. Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? All right. So for the Edomites, father and son Edomites, that killed the Drake, that murdered the Drake, didn't know they were gonna wake up and kill, the Marcos, father and son. Can you imagine? They didn't wake up that morning thinking they were gonna do it, but hey, the Lord put it in their heart. He put Mosai programmed them. Just like that movie Westworld. That's the series Westworld on HBO. Yeah, so it's how the Lord gets down, man. The Mosai is the ultimate puppet master. Right? So another precept from the book of Job, it's gonna be from chapter 12, and I'll read verse 16. It says, "With him is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his." So whoever is running game and who's getting, bent out of shape, they're all in the hands of the Lord. So all those people that getting, misinformation and disinformation and play like a fiddle, and the people playing them, it's all the Lord's plan. It's all the Lord's plan, because we're on that stage, all right. So whatever the Lord has decreed to happen, that's what's going to happen. And there is no deviation from it, whether it's on the right hand side or whether it's on the left. Alright? So another precept is going to be from the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 6. Alright, it says, "Shall the trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid?" Alright, that's the time we coming to, man. The alarm of war, it's going to be so loud. The alarm of distress, the alarm of famine, all right, the alarm of societal breakdown. It's going to make these people shiver, all right. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, all right? Amos chapter 3, verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord Yahweh Hashem Kadash had not done it? Alright? And that's what it's the Lord's plan, man. The Most High, He's the creator of the heaven and earth, so His words shall stand. Alright? Then verse 7 says, "Surely the Lord Hashem Kadash will do nothing, but He revealeth His secret unto His servants prophets." Alright? Surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing, but He revealeth His secrets unto His servants, the prophets. And that's what you have to acknowledge. That is the Lord's plans. And you have to, you have to, play a role in it. You don't pick, what's on the table. It's already been chosen for you. So it's Isaiah chapter 45, verse 7. "I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord Yahweh, do all these things." Alright, so straight to the point. You don't want to, make your life difficult. You just stick with what the Lord Shai has decreed to happen. Man. You don't want to be confusing yourself or confounding yourself. Alright, this is not a time for confusion. This is a time for enlightenment. Alright. So our final precept is going to be from the book of Psalms, chapter 17, verse 13. Alright, so it says, "Arise, O Lord Yahweh, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword." Alright, so just imagine, this Jake, Mr. Aubrey, didn't know that that day was going to be his day. Even with the Jake in Indianapolis that took the cops on a high-speed chase and got blasted, He didn't know that that day was going to be his day when he woke up that morning, brushed his teeth, took a shower, put on some cologne, put on some fresh sneakers and all that stuff. He didn't know. So you just have to fear the Lord. That's what it boils down to. Fear the Lord. And hopefully, you protected. You be protected. From oppression. You know. So that's the point that I came. Hope you've been edified. Pray, Lord, that by Shema Shah continue to guide you in your thoughts and your actions, because we're in some dire straits, man. We're going through that narrow path. So you have to make sure that you don't you don't give up. You don't let your emotions overcome your reasoning, the reason that Lord Abba Shemashah has given unto you, the wisdom of the Holy Scriptures, because that's your ultimate ticket. Faith in the Lord Abba Shemashah through His Son Yahushua. Faith in the Lord Yahweh through His Son Yahushua is your ultimate ticket. All right, for you to stand unto the end and be able to accept, the events, His decrees upon the face of the earth. So that's the point that I came. Hope you've been edified. Right? Don't get distracted by all these things taking place, man, because you got a lot of false information and crisis actors out there, and people like to gobble it up. So that's the point I came. Hope you've been edified on that. Till then, just keep praying and upload more lessons. Shalom.